All right, so I've gotten a lot of questions about how to upload documents instead of just copying and pasting text in here. So for this video, I'm just going to do a quick tutorial of how to do PDF uploads that will then be converted to text and then go through the chunking and embedding process, go up to the vector store, in this case Pinecone, and then enable you to ask questions. This is going to be very short. It's just going to take what I had already built in the other videos, where you'd have the user input text here and to add a document in there. I'm just going to replace that with an upload PDF file functionality. So to start off with, we're going to go through and create an upload file uploader. So let's just take that file uploader and put it over here. Let's go ahead and name it PDF upload, and we are going to change the layout to full width and no man width. All right, cool. And now we're going to go through and actually add the functionality to once you upload the file to then go through and convert that to text. So the service I'm going to use is called PDFco. So if you log in, create an account, you get some free credits when you sign up, or you can sign up for a monthly subscription. If you go into that, so I'm going to go there, you can see you have an API key, and then you're going to have some API documentation. So we are going to use what is just, I think, simple. So yeah, PDF to text simple. So let's go to that one. And these are provide some instructions of how to do it. And basically what's going to happen is that you're going to have a URL that you need to send for where the PDF document is. And then you have inline, true or false, async, true or false. And basically what this means is if you do inline true, it will then just send back a response with all the text to you when you then call the API. Async, if you make that true, it would send back a text file. And so it would do it asynchronously, and then it would let you know when it's ready, and then enable you to send back a text file. For this example, we're just going to use the ability to do it inline and get back the actual text from the document that you provided. So cool. We're going to go through and get that all set up, and then get this all done inside of Bubble. So again, we have this new upload functionality in here. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. We're going to have some issues because of that, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and correct those because it's kind of depending on that to happen. Let's go into plugins to get that API set up. If you go ahead, let's go ahead and collapse the Pinecone one. We're going to create a new API. It is going to be called PDFco. Sweet. And then we are going to, I have found that there is a curl command here. It will kind of work, but it kind of won't. So we'll go ahead and copy it, but we're going to have to do some adjustments to it inside of the Bubble side. But if I do import that, paste it in, go ahead, you'll see that it, it accidentally said it was a get. It's actually a post. So then it didn't get the body parameters, but it's all good. We can go ahead and correct that. So curl, this is PDF to text. And then we are going to make these two private. Content that we need our API key. If you go to the pdfco, you'll say, you can see here in the logged in page, view your API key. You'll see that. Go ahead and copy that to the clipboard. And we are going to go there. Cool. And then we're going to go ahead and put in the body. And so if I put in the body here, you'll see that the body is this part after data raw, after that mark there. So you just want these curly brackets. And that is the body that we want. So if I go back to here, I'm going to go ahead and paste that. The main thing that I need to change is this part, because we need to make that a dynamic field. We're going to uncheck private. And so now we have this all set up. So basically we're going to be able to pass a PDF URL. So once you upload it into Bubble, it's going to store it on the cloud, and then pass on that URL, and then it will then do the value there. All right, and then we need to make this action. So we haven't set all this up yet. How do I get, what value do I put in this PDF URL? Cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, this is why on the design side we did the PDF upload first, because I can go ahead and add the documents. I'll refresh this page. I am going to upload this document onto Bubble. So it's there. It's not actually gone through and processed it, but because we've uploaded it, it actually goes into the data. So if I go into Data tab on Bubble and go to File Manager, you'll see the document there. You should see. Let's refresh it. And it should show up. There we go. All right, cool. So if I click on that, it'll open it up. This is the URL. I'll go ahead and copy that over, and then on the Bubble side, on the plugin, we'll then finish the initializing of this call. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this extra one. And then let's go to PDF to text, and we are going to add in that URL. Cool. Now, if I initialize the call, you'll be able to see that you've gotten information back. Tells you how many pages it was, 19 pages, no errors, status 200, all great. And if I look at the raw data, you'll see body is where it's taken all the text and then sent you back the text of the document. So this is all the text of this document. Which is sweet. And so we will press save. That's good to go. All right. So that's the main piece from an API standpoint that you're going to have to get set up on here. And now we just need to make some little tweaks on the workflows to make sure all the data is processing and going through. And I'll show you how to do that. And that's it. And then everything else that we've already built is just going to work magically as it should. So if I go in and go to the design side. Now we got this. Now we're going to see, all right, like I click this. I'm going to edit the workflow. And now we need to do a couple things. All right. One, we need to save the PDF value, the file. So when we're creating a new document, all we're doing is doing the name. I kept the name here. You can find other ways to create a name, but for the purpose of this, we're just going to do that. So one thing that we're going to do is we kind of want to save that PDF file. So we're going to do that at that step. So let's go back to data types, document, and let's create a new field that's called PDF file. PDF file. Cool. And we're going to make it a file. Sweet. That's really it on that side. So then once we go back to the design, actually to the workflow, we can now go ahead and set another field, which is the PDF file. And we are going to say it is that PDF uploads value, which is that file uploader that we added in. So now you have that value in there. So that's great. Now we can't just go ahead and start the API workflow, the chunk text function, because now we don't have the text yet. So now we have to add in that new API that converts the PDF to text. So if I click on the arrow here, I'll insert a step here. We'll go to plugins. We'll do PDFco PDF to text, which is great. Now we got this URL. Now what we need to do is we need to go to insert dynamic data, and we are going to go to the result of step one, the new document, that PDF file, and we can't stop there. We have to go press more again and say that URL. Now, on Bubble, it doesn't include in the URL, like in the format. If I actually go back to the data, which actually I don't have yet. So what it doesn't include the HTTP or HTTPS : it just has the / and then the rest of the URL. So we actually have to add that in to the beginning here. So you have to type in HTTPS : and that's it. And so this result URL will have the // and then the rest of the URL, but you have to put in this HTTPS colon ahead of it to make sure that it actually has a readable URL. Cool. And now the next thing that we need to do is we have this missing thing here, which makes sense. We deleted that thing. What we want to do is now we want to take the body, the result of that PDF to text, and use that as the full text that we're then passing over to the chunking and upserting process. So if I go ahead and click result of step 2, PDFco PDF to text, the body, that's the text that's been provided back. Now that's what's going to be passed into that backend workflow. And everything else is going to work fine. Step 1, the document, chunk size 100, start index 1, chunk overlap 5, change that to 10, whatever you want to do. It'll get passed over. So that's kind of it. So basically, if I now go to, so the document I'm going to upload is this memorizing transformers, thrilling topic. And so we can read through this, lots of stuff around different things. And cool. And I'm going to ask a question. So I'm going to upload it, and then I'm going to ask a question here. So if I go ahead and add a document, I'm going to refresh this. I'll call this memorizing transformers. I've already uploaded this, so I'm just going to call it 2, and then I'm going to upload this document again, and then we're going to split and upload the vector. Let's see what happens. Sweet. All right. So I think that worked. Let me go back to here. Let's look at the data. Are we getting... All right, we've got memorizing transformers 2. Great. We've got a PDF file. So this is what I was talking about. It just has the // and so that's why we had to add in the HTTPS colon in front. Now, if I go to document chunks, you should see some document chunks being created. And this is a little bit longer document, so it's going to go through. And that's why I've already uploaded it once already, so that we can ask questions right now, but it'll be the same thing. So I was looking at this and saying, all right, adding external memory results in substantial gains. I'll ask a question about, so let's refresh this. And I'm going to ask it from the one that we've already uploaded that's complete. And I'll say, like, why does adding external memory, what was the context here, result in substantial gains? Result in substantial gains. All right, let's ask the question. It's going to ask a question. It's going to go through that process where it's embedding that question. It's going to Pinecone, looking for information, then sending it over to OpenAI, and then OpenAI is responding with a question. And this is what the answer is. Proves the perplexity of the model, and so forth. So that's it. It's just basically you're inserting this little step in between when you're adding documents. Instead of copying and pasting the text, you're adding a upload PDF file, and then you're converting that PDF file into text, and then you're passing that text into all the processes that are chunking the text and so forth. So all kind of works smoothly like that. Hopefully everyone is able to get moving on adding PDF upload into this functionality if they want, and have some fun. Enjoy. Thanks for watching.